FYI, it's possible to have too much sex in one day whether you're still in the honeymoon phase or are just really feeling it with your long-term partner in crime. Too much sex doesn't sound like that big of a problem, right? While there's no serious threat from back-to-back bangs in a 24-hour period, you should know that your lady business can only take so much. Here's no limit to the amount of sex anyone can have, but there are physical issues that might leave you a little, shall we say, uncomfortable days later, says Diana Bittner, MD, OB-GYN. To keep you from walking side to side, as Ariana Grande puts it, come Monday morning, here are the ways your vag is trying to tell you to shut down the sex fest for a bit. High vaginal dryness during sex can also be the result of inadequate foreplay. The natural lubrications of the vagina dry up with prolonged sexual contact and penetration, says Sherry Ross, MD, OB-GYN, a women's health expert in Santa Monica, California. Basically, after too much sex, your body loses the ability to produce as much moisture as it did when you first started getting hot and heavy. Check out these organic lubes from the Women's Health Boutique. His typically causes friction and pain, which is your body's signal to press pause, says Ross. Though you can remedy the dryness with lube, if sex is painful it's a good idea to give your hoo-ha a rest. Which leads us to the next point. If sex starts to hurt upon penetration, it can be a sign that your vaginal skin is irritated, says Bittner. Certain sex positions, like doggy style, can also make repetitive sex more painful, she says. If both partners want to keep going, opt for missionary and use extra lube. If it still hurts, call it quits. With a lot of sexual stimulation, the vagina and labia become engorged with blood and swell, which can lead to sex that hurts, says Bittner. If your lady business starts to look or feel puffy, take a breather. If you read that as vaginal crying, think again, you're talking physical rips. Vaginal tears can happen with too much sex, especially if there are any other conditions such as vaginal dryness from low-dose birth control pills, says Bittner. Obviously, tears in the vaginal walls can cause pain and irritation, which are both signs you should stop doing the dirty. If you feel that you're not able to have sex as frequently as you'd like within a short time span, ask your doctor if you have a condition that's interfering with your natural lubrication or whether your birth control is to blame. Women are prone to bladder and vaginal infections with frequent sex since there's an increased risk of disrupting the natural pH balance of the vagina, says Bittner. Semen has a pH of 7, which can support unhealthy bacteria within the vagina, she says. That combined with too much friction from sex could increase the chance of bacteria from the vagina and anus finding their way into the bladder, causing a urinary tract infection, or UTI. As a preventative measure, always remember to empty your bladder before and after having sex to decrease your risk, says Bittner. If you have burning upon urination or increased frequency where you feel like you have to pee but not much comes out post-sexathon, find a urologist who can diagnose and treat your infection right away. If you notice a strange vaginal discharge, odor, or itching, you could have a vaginal infection. Call your gyno for treatment. Rano.